But we have one more speaker, and her name is Martha Desmond from St. John. You know, there's been abortions for years in Moncton and Fredericton, but very few in St. John. And I believe the reason has to do with Martha's dad, the late Dr. Joe McDougall. So Martha's going to speak a little bit about the kind of man her dad was. And as she comes forward, come on, Martha, I would like to say a word of thanks and appreciation to Bishop Robert Harris, who is right over there, for his leadership in the pro-life area amongst Catholics. So thank you and bless you, Bishop Harris. And Martha?
Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much. I was going to approach this with my own crisis pregnancy. After hearing Andrea's, it's ringing in my mind the familiarity of the feelings that she had when she found herself stuck, really not believing in abortion and feeling like that's not a choice. Because we sure understand the temptation. But I had a good father. I knew I could go to him, and it took a lot of guts to go to him and tell him where I was. And he put his own disappointment aside and his own shock, and he just consoled me. We talk about our choices, about relationships, and he and my mother invited me, if I'm stuck, I can always come home and have the baby and bring the baby home. They're real pro-life parents who had to put their money where their mouth was. Because you know how small a house can get with a baby and a daughter. Anyway, as it turned out, my father had a stroke and was in a wheelchair and couldn't speak for 9 years. And at the time, I ended up going home with Anthony, moving home, and I was able to help Mom. She was able to help me. And Anthony provided so much joy in our lives. Now, I did suffer a lot of loss. I had to give up a good job. I had to give up my independence. I always told Anthony it was worth it. Yeah, he was worth it. But another thing that I gave up, I thought, was I really felt like I had blown the chance of ever finding a good Catholic, conservative, gainfully employed, well-adjusted, good sense of humor man. And when I moved home, I thought, that's impossible. That's hard to find. When you're in your 30s and you're looking for somebody in the 30s like that, hard to find. But anyway, right up the street was a man like that. And I thought, what are the chances that he's going to be attracted to a girl who is stuck like I was? Unemployed, living with her parents, single mother. I thought, that's a miracle. Anyway, we ended up getting married, having 5 more children. Anthony's got lots of brothers and sisters, and he wanted to be here today, but he had a mechanics lab. Couldn't. But anyway, the Lord is good. Thank you.